mrecktv.
Right now, you are tuned in to mrecktv. What up, what up, what up? You know who it is, SP the Ghost, LOXD Block, and right now you're checking out Unsung Heroes. Yeah, you want to see the dopest interviews, dopest artists, ill content, you know what it is, Unsung Heroes.
Check mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy DJ Moschino, man. We all the way live on Unsung Heroes. Big shout out to my brother DJ Superior. And today, the special guest, Ready Rock D, is in the building.
Salute.
Ready Rock.
Salute, gang. What's good? What's good?
What's happening
Happy
with
to
you,
be
brother?
here, G's.
What's
Happy to
good?
be
What's
here,
good?
G's.
Ready Rock D from the
Good,
famous
legends.
group, Rowdy City.
That's a
Yeah.
fact, though.
Rowdy City.
That's a fact, though. Salute, legends. What's
Yeah,
good?
yeah, salute.
Salute to Rowdy City. What's going on with you, bro, man? I see you on tour, man. State to state, city to city, worldwide out here, man. What's going on, man?
Absolutely, King, man. Running it up out here, know what I'm saying? Like, just putting in my footwork, hand in hand with the fans, you know what I'm saying? And, it's been a journey, but I'm happy to be here, and then it's been fruitful, man. I'm actually starting to see some of the results of all the hard work and labor niggas been putting in over the years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
All
you
right.
you you having a great I could say like overseas run, not just in the
hmm
States, you overseas, you somewhere everywhere right now.
For
You know what I
sure,
mean?
for sure. Yeah, man, it's definitely the international shit is definitely where I'm putting a lot of my focus and attention to. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of the good results out there, and the fan base has been like super responsive to everything I got cooking. So, you got to go where the people love you. You know what I mean? And I've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a hell of a journey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I've been doing, running it up out there.
Right, right. Yo, check it for real quick for the people that's tapping in, that's tuning in. Let the people know who is Ready Rock D, and how did he get himself overseas and start touring? How you touring, bro?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. Ready Rock D, for those who don't know, man, born and raised in Yonkers, New York. Came up always loving hip hop, came up, loving, everything about the culture. And pretty much I took my craftsmanship and took it serious. And I decided that I wanted to be a little bit of a different artist than what I was seeing out there. Everybody was trying to, cling on to what was hot or try to get cosigns from bigger artists or recognition from bigger platforms. And I
Mhm.
wanted to stand on my own too. You know what I'm saying? And the best way to do that was to hit the road, and if I was really about that, I was going to get that energy that I was about that. So I wanted to prove it to myself first that I was ill, that I was dope, and that niggas couldn't fuck with me. And I took my show on the road, you know what I mean? And I opened up, my whole career into criticism, you know what I'm saying? So by doing that, it allowed me to, see different environments, see what people loved, people see, different types of styles niggas was embracing. And yeah, I wanted to build on that. You know what I'm saying? So it started off, just like any other local artist, you do your little open mics, your little showcases, your
Right.
ciphers,
Yeah.
so you gotta build you gotta build credibility, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get your shit right, sharpen your sword. So started there, um, building it up brick by brick. No real fan base, just straight, homies. You know what I'm saying? A couple homies and niggas around you that want to see you win. Started
Mhm.
off at that level, and then taking it more serious. I started, opening up for bigger acts as my buzz started to grow locally. That allowed me to get in front of more and more fans
Okay.
at a faster clip.
Yeah.
Fast forward that, then that became opening up at, one-off shows to bigger
Hmm.
artists taking me on tour. Um, using that energy to kind of when I started to experience that, I wanted to develop my own relationships and contacts in those markets,
Hmm.
so I could spin the block and headline my own shit and run it up that way.
Right.
So for years I was doing that grind, and then shit started to click like
Hmm.
around the pandemic. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Around the pandemic, I was running with my crew, Rowdy City, but
Uh-huh.
the pandemic allowed me to kind of do my solo thing and kind of experiment with what I wanted to bring as an artist without compromising or without,
Hmm.
always, settling for whatever the squad wanted to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, pandemic was a beautiful thing for me. Obviously it was a, horrific time on the planet, but
Right.
for me personally, it allowed me to grow and kind of put myself first for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
So
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 did
so
that.
so
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
not to cut you off real quick, but just to name a few, who did you actually open up for?
Yeah, man. Like started early in the game. DMX, um,
Mm.
for sure. Lloyd Banks,
Dog.
yeah, dog. You know, RPX. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Lloyd Banks, Snoop Dogg,
Mm.
um, Jadakiss,
Yeah.
um, just many. There's so many to name. Ghostface Killer,
Hmm.
Raekwon.
Lloyd Banks. Yeah, you
Um,
did say Lloyd.
yeah, yeah.
Prodigy before he passed.
Yeah, Prodigy, RP Prodigy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Prodigy before he passed. Like that was a big moment for us.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, Cameron, of course, can't forget Cameron.
Yeah.
If you, it's just everybody who was just, if you was a big artist and you was coming through the Northeast, we was getting the call to open up because we was bringing the fans, we was bringing
Right.
energy, we was selling, we was the big ticket out there, we was selling mad tickets. So, you know,
Hmm.
I was using that to kind of, you know, strengthen my shit in the game and try to, you know, tighten my relationships, and that's what opened up a lot of those doors to tour and shit.
So when I look at an artist such as yourself, a lot of people don't realize you don't need necessarily radio. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? As long as you're doing that independent underground grind and you putting the people in the building, they gonna rock with you regardless. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
and, and that's what the game is really about. It's like how many people can you put in this building?
Yeah, it's about having real fans, man. Like a lot of people out there, especially aspiring artists, they playing the appearance game. They want to be in front of a lot of people at a short period of time, whether that's like club hostings or built-in audiences. So if the
Hmm.
club is lit every Friday and Saturday,
Right.
and you got a chance to be in front of that audience, and the radio DJs is there or the big players in the city is there, you
Hmm.
want to be in front of those people. But that's not selling a hard ticket. You know what I mean? That's not people
Right.
coming out there for you. You don't eat
Hmm.
off those people. The club owners, the promoters, the DJs,
Yes.
the event sponsors, they eating off those events. So
Hmm.
I saw that early. I saw that
Hmm.
early. Like a lot of people around me would tell you I was always the one. Like, yo, like we the one bringing 100 niggas through the door. Like,
Hmm.
why not run our own thing up? You know what I mean? And that
Yeah,
was so at the beginning I was playing that same game too that everybody played, trying to get on the radio, trying to do all that shit. And that shit is, for what it's worth, some people were successful at it, but for me I didn't find the love to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wanted my passion is performing
Hmm.
and showcasing my talents that way. So I wanted to hit the road and hit the streets, man. So that's what I did.
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's the best. That's the best grind, I
Yeah.
believe. The radio's the icing on the cake, but I got you covered down here in North Carolina, so you know what I
For
mean.
sure, for sure. Yeah, man. And I appreciate that, man. I definitely caught you spinning a couple of my records, man. That shit mean
Yes, sir.
everything. Anytime an independent artist like myself can get those spins, it means the world because we ain't necessarily chasing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when it happens, it's organic. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And that's kind of been my whole approach. As I wanted to take my career more serious, is I wanted
Hmm.
everything to be organic, from the support I got, to the recognition that I got. I wanted that shit to be organic. I didn't want to force my hand in nothing, and that's just the approach I take throughout this whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, man.
Word, word. But yeah, tapping back in onto that, that touring shit. Like, long story short, built up my catalog locally, started to do regional tours and shit like that. And then I wanted to bet on myself. And what I did was I established those relationships regionally as I was opening up for other artists and
Hmm.
built up my own runs and started selling my own hard tickets. And I saw some failures, I saw some wins, but I didn't let it defeat me. I kept going, kept building it up brick by brick to the point where I was establishing a credible fan base. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then that allowed me to, take that same type of risk internationally, hitting Canada and going to Europe and shit. And
Yeah.
just 100% betting on myself. Like some people thought I was crazy. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like just following the true analytics that I had on my own, maybe
Right.
having 20 fans here, maybe having 30 fans there, shit like that.
Right.
Most people don't consider that a good amount to tour. But for me, I looked at it as the long game. If I can
Hmm.
get out
that's a,
there, show face, double it up,
Hmm.
every time I spin back, the number's gonna double. And
Right.
so I'm staying true to that formula, you know what I'm saying? So
So
yeah.
so so how do you even for independent artists that's looking at this right now, how do you gauge to find your fan base overseas, like those 20 people or 30 or 40, whatever? How do you
For
gauge that?
sure. Yeah, man, I got real personal with my data. So I wanted to know who was buying my music,
Okay.
not necessarily focusing on the streams and the view counts. I wanted to actually know who was buying my music. So
Mm-hmm.
early on in the game, me and my Rowdy City family, we always valued the information. So we would sell our CDs or we would sell our information for as low as possible just to get the email address, just to get the phone number, just to get the mailing address so
Right.
we could retarget those people on selling other shit, whether it was shirts, tickets, or whatever the case is. And to our surprise, because of the internet, there
Yeah.
was fans everywhere that in different markets that was patching in. You know what I mean? So that allowed me to be like, yo, all right, cool. We got 36 sales in fucking I don't know, Montreal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
why not try to tap in with the market, see who's a lit promoter out there, and see if we could share the risk and see if we can make something happen. And that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? I was staying true to my data. I wasn't doing like the biggest streams or chart selling album sales, but I had enough. I always figured that if I could accumulate enough data, that's enough to eat as an independent artist. So
Right.
if I got hundreds of people spending hundreds of dollars on me a year, that's more than what any stream could fucking pay me. You know what I mean? And even before that, when we was just giving our shit away on that piff and all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I saw value in like, we could actually sell music. It's cool to sell music. It's cool to sell merch. Like it's cool to, you know, sell a performance. Like we selling art here. You know what I mean? Like this shit is a one of a kind experience. Why we just giving this shit away for free? You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
fact.
So that's
Yo,
been my grind, man. Word,
Hmm.
what's
let
good?
me ask you this. Um, some of those artists that's out there, not the artists, I ain't talking about the ones that's, that was down and stuff like that. I'm talking about in your journey, I'm sure you've been seeing some nice artists out there, like artists from other places. Any
Hmm.
of them that you want to name?
Whew. It's a bunch of artists that are fire. I run into them all the time. I try to even if they open up for me at a show, I try to bring them on tour with me and stuff like that. Um, Most recently, I'm gonna always shout out my guys first, my Rowdy City guys.
Hmm.
Shout out TZ Money, shout out Rowdy 860.
Tease.
Those are bros for life. Like I just feel like they some of the nicest people that need recognition. I took a younger cat that he was around me for a little minute. I took Richie Peso on tour with me, just for him to get experience and see other markets and shit like that. But when I get out to other countries like Montreal, we did a dope ass cipher. One of the guys that stood out, he's actually really popping out there. His name is Widget. He made an impression on me. Like when I went out to Germany, a solo and Shakif, they were fire. They got like some real grimy hip hop type feel out there, man, and they
Yeah.
really held it down. So
Hmm.
they held it down. Um, I
But
was in
wait a minute. What about
Toronto.
what's the feeling of hip hop out there compared to over here to the States?
Yeah, because I want to
They
get into that, the feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they embrace artistry more. Like they not just there for the clout shit. So
Right.
if you from a skill level standpoint, they appreciate that first and foremost. But
Hmm.
they also appreciate just the authenticity that hip hop is. They're not there for the bells and whistles. They want you to be who they heard on the record. They want you to be who they
Okay.
saw in the video. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It doesn't matter, who you affiliated with or,
Hmm.
what labels behind you and shit. If you dope and you able to actually get out to those markets, they embrace you. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you're gonna go out there and be lit and have mad fans and shit. You got to actually put in your groundwork. But
Hmm.
if you're able to get out there a couple times and you're able to spin the block and just take part in whatever they got going on, promoters will actually go above and beyond to market you.
Hmm.
And I've been blessed enough to have promoters who took risk on me and say, "Yo, you know what? We're gonna run it up with them and we're gonna see what this shit could be." And to my surprise, like
Yeah.
a lot of markets picked up on that shit, man. And I could comfortably say I probably got more fans internationally than I do in the States.
I watch your gram and everything. I believe I'm quite sure you do.
Yeah, Yeah. It's definitely been hitting like that, man. Like for the first time, I headlined my first festival out there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
How was
like,
that?
more than 2,500 people,
Yeah.
like in Italy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It
dope.
was it was a really dope experience, man, and it just came from promoters that believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wanted to see this shit. They wanted to see me win at the highest level, and I had promoters out there tell me like, "Yo, don't sleep on yourself, man. Like, you don't know how big you is out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been rocking with your shit." And
Mm.
then I'll be like, "Man, that's some bullshit." You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
then,
right.
nah, man. And then like on an off day, like a day that doesn't have a show going on, we going to get something to eat, or I'm just shopping or some shit, and I'll have people pull up on me like, "Yo, we coming to the show. We bought tickets." You know what I mean? Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da. I can't believe I seen you here. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
done had people pull me off the plane. Like I'm on a plane thinking I'm a nobody, and then
Right.
like, "Yo, are you ready, Rock D?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yo," and he showed me his whole phone with music that he bought and shit. So
Hmm.
shit like that has happened for me. So that's been like an incredible experience. You know what I mean? But yeah, the
Yeah.
international shit, they embrace real hip hop from its essence. Like they still practice all the elements.
Yeah.
You know, you know, fucking
Breakdance,
breakdancing,
graffiti.
graffiti.
Yeah.
The DJs in Europe are bigger than artists in Europe. That's a fact. I seen that off the
Yeah.
rip.
It's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Out here, I feel like we lost the appreciation for DJs, and it's platforms like yours that,
Hmm.
that give that light and shine light on those type of, that side of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
DJs definitely, they birth hip hop. You know what I mean? And I think over in Europe, they still stay true to those elements for sure.
I mean, yeah, that was our idea with me and Superior. We wanted to bring the DJ aspect to the game and have real talk with y'all, with artists such as yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
For
what you got
sure.
on it?
Yeah, DJs. It's always been just like the artists making comments and stuff. DJs got stories too. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like
Mhm.
when we did Cut Creator, for instance, Cut Creator
Yeah.
had a whole story that
Ah.
nobody heard. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that
Hmm.
opened up a whole nother avenue for us, as far as DJs. So like Mo said, that's what we created this for, like real DJ talk.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
this sometimes we get an album, we don't like the album. We like probably two songs off it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Or 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 there's some times that we might like something that the label didn't push.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
A lot of the
yeah.
some
times.
hits are hard on, not commercial wise.
Nah, that
So
I can definitely see that happening, even from a personal experience. Like I'll get into some markets and they'll ask me to perform songs that I've never performed before.
Mm.
And it's just their ear, and sometimes it does come from DJs. They're like, "Yo, we've been playing this shit the whole time." I'm like, "Yo, I've never performed that shit a day in my life." You know what I mean? But you kind of fix your
yeah,
mindset, or you kind of, rehearse it a little bit so you can perform those records. But you
Hmm.
100% right. Like, DJs have a special ear. You know what I mean? Like they have a special ear, and they always had a pulse on what was going on in the streets
yeah,
and what was next to come. Like, if you want to know
Hmm.
what's the next shit, the DJs usually is already on it. You know what I mean? Because they at the ground level, and
Ground level. Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that appreciation, like I always had it, if it wasn't for DJs like that, just gave my shit a chance and just gave me confidence to do my thing, I
Hmm.
wouldn't be pursuing it at the level that I'm pursuing it at. So, I'm gonna always give love and credit to the DJs for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said,
yo,
it's yeah, so my
oh,
bad.
go ahead, man. Oh, not
You
good,
got it.
man.
Now, like you said, like it's
Um,
it's about it's about that ground level, man. That ground level air is it's everything, man. Like even being out here, we come from, we up top. It's a lot of activity. It's a lot of stuff going on. Just being out here in the South, I got time to like analyze and think and see things from a different perspective.
Right,
So,
right.
but just being in the mix of the action and knowing what's going to hit before it hit, we got a special kind of air, man. It's like in the A&R game, it's to me it's lost. It ain't no A&R
Mhm.
game no more. It ain't no mixtapes really no more. You know what I mean? Besides like
Right,
Mixcloud or whatever. So
right.
we gotta do our due diligence on a whole nother level at this point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, you hit on something crazy on two. You hit on something on two things. Like the A&R game ain't the same because the resources are in the artist's hands now. So
Yeah.
the artists are pretty much on control of their own artist development, for good or for bad. So it kind of started weeding out the A&R game. You know what I mean? Like, and like I kind of see it like they that's a part that's missing. You know, that structure. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like, that structure that artists don't have now. You know, going through shit, like a lot of artists don't go through shit because they record blow up quicker than their development. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they don't go through shit. So they have a hot record, don't even know how to perform this shit. Shit look
Nope.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah,
you said that shit hit.
back in the days, we had like rock and soul to go to,
Yeah.
and when I used to go to rock and soul downtown, we always used to go through the white labels. Sometimes the white labels was the records that the label didn't put out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
sometimes you find some good records that way. And
Mhm.
sometimes it was the DJs that pushed the label to even release another single or something like that.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Right,
DJs is very, very important. I want to address something
right.
real quick though, since this is the 50th annual of hip hop.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Um, it's crazy with this game right now that you see all of these women. It's like the women are winning right now, but what are they
Mhm.
selling? Talent
Yeah.
or sex
I think
or,
they selling set.
or buffoonery?
They selling sex in hopes that it catches on long enough until the talent develop. You know what I mean? Like some of the female artists, they don't start off that good lyrically and shit, but over time they catch on because you know they got the spotlight on them and they got no choice but to deliver a dope project and shit. But it's the
Every
female time, man.
time,
It's the
every
female time. You
time
got to
I
give it
see
up to the
Spice,
ladies.
she's shaking her butt. Every time I see
Yeah.
Spice, she's shaking her ass.
Well, she might be
It's
an
like that's
example of
part
one of
of
those
the
artists, though. One of those artists that the song blew up quicker than
yeah,
she
but
was
her ass.
developed. You know what I mean? But she's here to stay though. Just to let you know, she here to stay. Like she already got more than one out there. So you know
Hmm.
what I mean. Once that happened, you here to stay. So, but it's the ladies' time,
Oh,
man. I
she
think
got she no sense.
it's the ladies' time, man. Like when I'm outside, like that's the shit that everybody want to hear. Like I remember on my most recent tour I did out in Canada. It was back in March. Um, it was the same night I had a show. It was an early show, so it didn't affect my shit that much. I don't think we share the
Mhm.
same fan base anyway. But Glorilla was there in Toronto,
Hmm.
and I'm going back to the hotel after my show. This has to be like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and I see the whole parking lot flooded. You see all the girls dressed up and shit, and I'm like, yo, where y'all going? They're like, we going to Glorilla concert. You know what I mean? Like, and it
Yeah.
just shows you the impact like that the females is having out here. And I'm talking about by the thousands they rolling out there, to these shows. So,
Yeah.
you got to give it up to the ladies. Um, it's a weird time because we got Instagram and shit. We got TikTok. So
Super
they
weird.
they yeah, like they eye candy, right? So they got the cheat code right now with
It's
shit like
like
that.
it's. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's dope. But at the same time, I love the fact that they got their power and they doing what they do. But at the same time, it's like it's no goddamn moral code, no nothing to it. It's just straight up. This is what we doing. You either get with it or get missing. You know what I mean? But at some
It's
point,
wild.
it has to transition to something better because our women got to be looked upon a lot more better than what's been putting out, man. But I feel like
For
that's
sure.
the machine itself that's developing what we see.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
But that goes back to your A&R shit, right? Like, so if the females are able to get, because they're able to get faster buzzes than the men based on just looking good and putting out provocative content, right? So
Hmm.
now it's just a bag chase at this point. You got people at these labels who are just bag chasing. Who's the next one that could catch on for one or two singles? You know what I mean? Like, and
Right.
that's eliminating those chances of purer MCs
Right.
of getting those looks. You know what I mean? But the game has a funny way of balancing itself out, man. Like I'm on the underground, so I feel like hip hop live there right now. You know
Yeah.
what I
Of
mean? Like, but
course.
you know, But I see exactly what y'all saying though, for sure.
It's I ain't gonna lie, it's tiring as hell because I mean for me, a lot of people that come to the parties, they don't be wanting to hear a lot of that. They hear it like here and there, but it's more the '90s and the '80s music they really be wanting. But it be a sprinkle of the new music because you can't dance to it
Yeah, yeah.
unless you
And they
unless you
they jacking for beats too. Like a
yeah
lot of the new joints, they remaking shits that came
everything.
They
out
read,
15, 20 years ago.
yeah,
So
So
yeah.
that in
like you
itself
might as well
tell
play
you
the original. You know what I mean?
right. That itself tells you that like man, the music is alright, my nigga, but at the same time we gotta go back to what's really moving.
Now,
Nah, I'm with
you
y'all
know,
100% on that.
notice that notice that y'all see all these people doing these. There's so many 50 annual damn parties all over the world. But the great thing that it's doing is giving all these old school rappers a platform again.
Mm-hmm.
For
Because
sure.
they're getting booked like crazy right now. All you see is old school artists getting booked.
Yo,
You know,
but
I
that's a
just
It's a
common
good
trend in
thing.
Europe. That's a common trend in Europe, right? When you go to Europe, a lot of those artists are reliving a second career out in Europe by touring off those
Right.
classic records. Like, artists that would never get booked for 30, 40 city tours here in the States anymore. They over in Europe crushing it, you know what I mean? And it goes under the radar just because they don't hit our media and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you bring up a great point, Superior, like the 50th anniversary of hip hop. It's bringing light to a lot of incredible old school talent that were forefounders and that was just the originators of what we fell in love with. You know what I mean? And it's just giving them a lot of looks and some platforms to kind of get back out there and get some bags, man. Like get paid and
Right.
shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I mean,
Word.
I love the fact
they
that
wasn't
that,
they
that
still
they back and
wasn't
doing their
getting
thing.
booked before.
Yeah, for
I love
sure.
the fact that they
Yeah.
back in action. Like, yeah, we need the forefathers to be out here touring and doing their thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's
Shit.
bridging the gap. It's bridging the gap. Like a lot of young people didn't even know hip hop was 50 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so it's bridging the gap, and then it allows the conversation like this to happen, where you bridging an era together. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so it's not. Sometimes it's not the youth fault. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ain't their fault. They just don't know better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Hmm.
when they get in a room with an OG, because that's one thing that's lacking nowadays, the OG.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but now when they get in a room with an OG, you get to figure out, yo, this is where that sample from that song came from.
Yeah.
Some people don't even know the samples that they, like some
Them
of these
nah.
artists, they don't know the songs that they remaking. They just got in the studio with a producer that knew. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, sometimes it ain't even their
Yeah.
fault. Like,
But
real shit.
Yeah, the
that comes.
producer do something they ain't even clear and gave it to you, and you like, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
nah,
and
it's
you know how
definitely
that
Yeah,
shit
that's
go. Like
crazy.
we by default like some of the shit anyway because we like the original. So when you hear it, you
yeah.
fucking with it by default. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's a
Hmm.
it's a glitch. It's a cheat code for sure.
Nah, nah, it's a beautiful thing. Look, man, but at the same time, what look, we got Nas about to drop Magic 2.
Yep,
You
I
know what I'm
saw that.
saying? But
Let's go.
it's progressing hip hop. We need more of the legends to start putting out music. So Rakim is supposed to be putting out some music. LL is supposed to have an album coming. So I love the fact that what's going on with hip hop right now.
I thought what kind of sparked the conversation was the verses. I thought verses sparked a lot of it because it was in front of Instagram. It was in front of
Yeah,
They played a major
Yeah,
part.
it did.
yeah. So now it allowed catalogs to come back on, be like, yo, I can't believe
Yeah,
I forgot about this record. Yo,
right.
he really made that because a lot of hidden gems started to come out, and then like obviously I think to me hands down the best one was the Locks versus Dipset,
Mm.
um, and
Oh,
like to me,
everybody, that was the best
yeah,
one. But the
but
most
it's so.
disrespectful one, okay,
Nah, go ahead, what you saying? With the most disrespectful one was what?
um, Gucci and Jeezy.
Yeah, they was they,
Yeah,
yo they yo
I
they
love
they was
that one.
going they was going for it. Yeah, they was
yeah,
going for it, man, for real. But like with the locks and Dipset, there was they they went viral. The moment went viral, and
yeah.
it
Yeah,
what the locks did in particular. it helped a lot of MCs in my position who stand on no rapping over the vocal tracks, and just pure MCing at a high level. That we can dominate crowds of 30,000 the same way a hit record can. You know
Right.
what I mean? And that right there, it kind of shifted people's mindsets of, yo, this is what hip hop is actually supposed to look and sound like. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, I think that was a big spark. And maybe if we can get some dope matchups to come back out, that can start to bridge the gap even more. You know
That
what I
that
mean?
was that was a beautiful display of artistry by Jadakiss, the Lock
Hmm.
Styles and Chic, man. I love it. I
For
love it,
sure.
man.
Yeah,
Word.
home team, man. Salute to LOX, man. Home team shit. Always got to throw that in.
Jada
But
said,
but
you could have stayed in the car and listened to Apple Music.
nigga did a voice and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, but
Oh,
we
shit.
always ask everybody that be on the show, like we ask people on the
Mhm.
show, like me and Mo come up with, like this one came up and then we saw it on other platforms, but we did it first. We was like
All
Styles
right.
P versus Beans. We said we
Yeah.
wanted to see that. What you think about that?
I like it, man. The era makes sense. The style of rap makes sense.
Right.
They got history of going at each other, so that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, and then like for Beanie Siegel, I think that actually, is a real big opportunity for him to get, recognition again, because he was one of the coldest out there before he lost his voice and stuff like that.
Yes,
But
sir.
like I think we would love to see him in rare form go back at it with SP the Ghost, and they will put on a classic. I think that's
Oh,
a fire matchup.
what?
That's a
Crazy.
fire matchup for
And
sure.
what
And
do
then
you
I
think?
think
What
I
do you
think I
think
think they'll
about?
bring out
What do you
special
think
guests and all
about?
that shit. Word.
What you think about Lloyd Banks versus Joel Santana?
That's a good one. I like it. I like it. Like I think Banks catalog is powerful though. I really do. Like I think he has a slept on catalog that
But
could that could bang
that
out on a lot.
Dipset catalog is powerful too, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm when you said I said the matchup is a good matchup. Like it's a good matchup. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? If they could pull it
Yeah.
off, they should do it. Real shit. Real shit. Word up. And I think the streets want to see both of them back
And
outside. Like, you know what I mean? Word.
But
to
look,
me, I think we could
but
all
look,
agree. We could all agree on this.
what's that?
When you said, well,
So
the
so
thing is
so did
messing
so
up, Mo. It's
did
like going in and out.
so did Pusha T, is he losing the battle right now to Jim Jones or what, man? What's going on, son?
All right, so all right, boom. So shout out to Jimmy because Jimmy
Yeah,
kept it hip
shout out
hop.
to Jim, son.
Jimmy kept it hip hop.
Yes,
He
sir.
heard his he heard his name, or he heard the shots that was coming at his name,
Yeah,
and said, "Yo, all right, y'all might look at me as a street artist, but I'm gonna go in the booth and I'm gonna handle it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do my thing." So and then he
Yeah,
wasted no time. So I fucks with the energy that Jimmy had, because
yeah,
Jimmy was the one who started the shit. Jimmy was talking his shit. He brought up Pusha name about how he not in the list and all that. And
right.
then Pusha being who he is, he a demon with it. He kind of gonna get at you real, calculated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I wish Pusha responds and gives us the same energy that he was responding with Drake. Because
there
he
you
was he
go.
was because he was right at Drake. You know what I mean? Like, wasn't wasting no time.
that
Um,
was that was personal though.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see, man.
Hey,
I want to see. I want to see it go a couple. I want to see the battle go a couple rounds, man. I think it could be something.
hey, look, man, Jim ain't waste no time. He turned right back around, then
Hmm.
used the same beat and
Yep.
went on the block with
Shot
the
the
mic.
video.
About the
Shot the
video,
video.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Went on the block with the mic and everything, and I was like, hold on, bruh. Yo, that's Jim? I ain't gonna
I
lie.
loved it.
I love his catalog. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't know he was gonna come and do what he did. You know what I'm saying? It surprised me.
Yeah, yeah. Most people felt like the lyrical war will go to Pusha. Most people felt that,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
But that's not how this shit go all the time. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? Like this shit can be carried by energy, and if you saying just enough good shit with that energy,
Hmm.
you could win some wars out here. So, I got Jimmy up right now
Yeah,
until
me
we hear
too.
something from Pusha. Because if it was the other way around, niggas would have been like, yo, why Jimmy not saying nothing?
Right.
Yada yada yada. Like you making the city look bad. You ain't saying that.
Yeah.
So he came right back at it. Salute.
Hmm.
He for the sport, you know what I mean? And for us as fans of the game, like we love it, you know what I mean? So
Salute the gym, man. He up,
And,
salute the
man.
and
gym. Nah,
I like,
capo
I
salute.
like,
Word.
I like the way Cam was like, they not seeing eye to eye, but he was like, "Yo, B, don't put me in it, B." Like he shut that
Mm-hmm.
down. He like, "Yo, man, do this. Don't put me in that." Because
Yeah,
Pusha
yeah.
kept saying things with.
But that's gonna happen by default. Like he a part of a squad, so your name gonna come up. Cam, your name gonna come up, bro. That's just how that shit go. You know what I mean? But for him to still ride on
Yo,
Jimmy,
now that
pause.
us,
For him to still side with Jimmy,
yo,
that's a good look because that's home team family
yeah,
Home
shit. You gotta
team.
hold it down.
Hmm. Would you say so?
yo, this one thing for us hip hop, this thing for us hip hop right here has been going on for years, and I be
Mm-hmm.
tired of this right here. I
What's
said I
that?
was going to bring it in this interview a little bit, but I hate when they make these top 10 lists. I hate that every
Okay.
time I hear a top 10 list, they keep putting Andre 3000 in there, man. Stop doing that, man. You going
Yo,
by
fuck with
some
Andre
old,
3000.
old stuff. He did nothing to keep putting in stuff, man. If you're
I
gonna put
I
his
think.
name in stuff,
Go ahead.
then you gotta put Coogee Rap name there. You got to.
I think G Rap should be in
They
it
leave
anyway.
G Rap.
So
Yeah, they leave G
the
Rap out
Andre
all the time. They
3000
always go
shit.
Andre 3.
You know what it is with the Andre 3000 shit though?
I'm
Like
not
I
hating
think
on him. I'm not
I
hating
don't,
on
I
him. I
don't
don't
feel
want people hitting me
I
up
don't feel
thinking
you
I'm
hating on him.
joking on him.
I
Okay.
ain't hating on him because you probably could have named another artist, but
I just
since you
hate
brought up
that. They
him,
always do that.
I think like from a talent wise, he's a top 10 talent.
Hmm.
From a catalog with the group, top 10 talent. But I don't feel he's in my top 10 because the solo body of work ain't there. You know what I mean? Now, when you say top 10 group,
What's
Outkast,
what's your top 10?
top 10 individual MCs.
Don't mention
Um,
nobody dead. Don't mention nobody dead.
all right. Give me Nas, give me Jay-Z, give me DMX,
Okay. Okay.
give me Eminem,
Okay.
give me Jadakiss,
Okay.
give me
Okay.
Lil Wayne, give me
Okay.
Snoop, give me
Okay.
mm,
It's three more.
all right. Mm, let's see. Okay, so give me
It's, it's big.
that's tough. That's tough. All right. Because you know what it is in my head, I'm calculating accolades and shit, and I shouldn't be doing that. I should just be running my top 10.
Yeah.
Um, so it's
Hmm.
kind of hard because you put somebody
It's
in the
Banks,
middle, you be like, yo, he don't.
Banks,
I
Banks in
think I
your
think
top
my
10?
personal top 10, Banks would be in my personal top 10. Um, shit, I think I think it's hard to leave somebody like a Kanye out. But for my personal, I like Banks. I even like Game. Game is fire. Game's early catalog was incredible to me. But in terms of top 10, I'm not sure he get there, but he's definitely fire. Damn, it's a lot of MCs going on in my head right now. Like 10 piece is always tough. Let's go with I think I got.
Well, you got 9. Like, you got 9. You got Kane. 9. All you need is one more.
Give me Big Daddy Kane. I think Kane.
Mo,
I think Kane.
What's your top 10?
I don't got none. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Keep the dead people out. Because no dead people.
I'm only rocking with people like we got time periods when we like people. So when we saying top 10, you got 80 in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You got Kane, Puzzy Rap, and it could be Heavy D at the moment when he was dope. You know what I mean? Smooth.
Heavy D. Sidebar. Heavy D.
We got
one of my first early influences.
We have to talk about that too.
Like in my household,
they celebrating everybody.
That was one of the first MCs that made me go, "Oh shit, that is fire!" Like that's dope. Like like and he was obviously close enough to home. Like he at Mount Vernon, he Mount Vernon, but YO Mount Vernon right there.
That's what I'm saying. So
that like he had an impact on me. Like I said this in a few other interviews. Like he had an impact on me early. Like not that I wanted to be a rapper because of him, but just loving hip hop. Like when he gave me that first early feel as a kid.
Right.
Real shit.
So for me to pick top 10, I can't do that because like I said, that's Heavy D. Then I got Biz Markie with Taller Stew rapping and how he was breaking stuff down. And then we get to Nas. Like right now, Nas going crazy. He got what Jay said. Oh, the nigga got only a couple of albums in whatever sort of period of time.
Right.
Son just did. Now he on his 5th album in what damn near 4 years or whatever the case.
Yeah, shit, probably less than that. I think he dropped a 3-piece last year. Like
that's something like that.
Crazy.
You feel me?
Crazy.
So how can I pick a favorite top whoever when there's just so many dope MCs at different periods of my life? I can't never do that. So that whole thing is biased to me, man. It's retarded to me. You feel me?
Okay. I'll name my top 10.
You got a 10 Superior?
You got so?
Yeah, I got a 10. Most of the week. Okay. And it's not number 1, number 2. It's just I'm naming them.
Nah, just 10. Just 10. Just 10. It's so hard to do that number.
And I don't even be liking commercial niggas. Like I like the mixtape niggas.
Yeah, and that's why when you had asked me that, like in my personal playlist, I got a different 10, right? But when you're answering the question on who's the top 10, it's like you factor in accolades, you factor in what everything they brought to the culture. So now now that it kind of interrupts what my normal top 10 would be, but I still loved every artist that I named. But it's just like. That you bring up a great point. Like some of my favorite artists, they'll never chart.
They'll never chart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, my 10 is coming from me being a DJ. I'm not really going by the accolades. I'm going by the moments that they had, the moments that made me feel them as artists. All right.
Right.
So I'm gonna say Nas. 1 is Nas. 2 is definitely Jay-Z.
Yep.
3, I would have to say X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
4,
I think we on the
Heavy
same
D.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah. 5.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Big Daddy Kane. 6, Coogee Rap. 7, KRS-One.
Chris, okay.
8, Chuck D.
Public Enemy.
9.
Yeah.
9, Q-Tip.
Yo, if you don't name this person, Go ahead.
10, Buster.
Yo, now look,
Those is
your
mine.
list is fire. And some of the names you
Right.
named, I wish I named them in my shit, right? The one name that I wish
Mhm.
one of us said is LL Cool J.
LL.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I wish
I
I
would put
said that. Like,
LL
yo,
over
like,
Q-Tip.
I wish I said, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I
so
would take
hard. You on the
Q-Tip
spot,
out.
you know what I mean?
Bro, it is no way
Yeah,
you
I
can
would
sit
take
there and
Q-Tip out
name.
for LL. I'll put.
It's no way you ain't gonna name a top 10 of your people in your head. There's too many artists to name.
So many.
You
Like,
know what I'm
even like when
saying?
we was talking, I think Game Name came up, and I'm like, yo, damn, I'ma say Game and not 50. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way I was
Hey,
riding, like where I was riding to Get Rich or Die Trying, like and
Yeah,
the Massacre
even
and all those and the Beg for Mercy albums. Like, come
right.
on,
yeah.
man.
Even look at
Like
That's
Prodigy.
my honorable.
I ain't even say the mom. I
He's
ain't
my
even say
honorable mention.
Big. Like,
50's my
You
oh
know what I'm saying?
man, my list
product.
is trash right
So
now.
the only way a list can be only way a real list
See,
can be
see
made is
what I should have.
a time period. Like say for instance, like right now, we probably can make a list of who we might like as this moment. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
Yeah.
it's like, how you gonna do that all these damn years? 50 years of hip hop is gonna be 10 people. It's 50 years.
Right. You're
You're
right.
right.
You're right. No,
You know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
It's
And
so
even if
hard.
even if
And the
you
I
groups,
even if you look at go ahead, Sue.
the groups
Even
should
if
have
you
been done separate. I shouldn't have put no groups in my top 10. Groups should have been second, like top 10 groups. I should have left that separate. That way I could have came with the Tribe Called Quest, the Run DMC, the Public Enemy, the Mobb Deep, Onyx,
yeah. Yeah. Shout out
Dipset
Onyx. Yeah.
group, G
The
Unit
top
as a
10 groups
group,
is
the
crazy.
Juice
it's
Crew,
crazy.
Juice Crew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Top 10 groups is crazy. That's a
Houdini.
fire list too. Top 10 groups is
Houdini.
a fire
You know what I'm
list
saying?
too.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
And even somebody
Terror
like
Squad
even somebody like Ice-T being look, son is
and
born over
NW.
here in the East Coast, but influenced, so much on the West.
Yep.
So you gotta
Yep.
think about the power of what that is in itself. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
and then
and NWA.
being with
Yes.
Professor Griff and the rest of them dudes, Public Enemy and everything else, man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of our culture, man. And this is
Yeah.
what 50 years of hip hop has been able to spark these types of conversations. You start to name people that you probably ain't even listen to in a couple years, but you know for sure they like. I don't even think we said Ice Cube,
You ain't
and
say
maybe
Ice
Superior
Cube.
said. I don't know, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like so as the list keep going,
Spice One.
it make my list look trash because I'm like, yo, I'm like, hold on, like I can't believe I forgot homie, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
You know what I
like
mean?
I love this shit. I can do this shit all day,
All
man.
day.
Like real shit. Real shit. That's the beauty of our culture, man.
So let
Salute
me
to
ask you this.
all the MCs. Yeah.
MC Breed.
Salute.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
No, I can't mess with him. But,
Nah, look, I rock with MC Breed,
what do you
Spice
think
One,
about
all them dudes, man.
Yeah, nah, that's facts.
King T, come on, son. I'm on the West
Yup.
Coast, baby.
Yup. Yup.
I
Yup. Nah, throw it up. Facts.
got West, I got MC8, MC8
MC8,
from the West Coast.
Yup.
yeah.
Shit, Rent was
We got
fire.
some
Rent was
Ren,
fire.
West
come
Coast.
on, bro.
Yeah.
Ren,
Like,
MC Ren.
yeah.
MC
Yeah.
Ren. Yeah,
Damn.
I
Yeah.
didn't feel that he got his due, man, because MC Ren was nice, man.
Come on, the
But
Yeah, MC
DOC.
Ren was
I think
nice.
everybody know Ren was nice, and
The DOC.
Ren Penn was carrying a lot of shit over there. So
Yeah.
yeah, man,
Yeah,
for sure. Know what I
yep.
mean? It's a
Man, you got
beautiful
me
thing,
thinking
man.
now. I'm over here thinking.
Yo, you
That's
can do
right.
this
Yeah.
shit. Yo,
Look,
you
look,
can
he
do this shit
thinking.
all day. You can do this shit all day. You can have like 10 of these streams, and the whole 10 of the 10 list will change every time. Like crazy, man. That's the
Now,
beauty of this shit,
who you
man.
think told the best stories? Biggie or Ice
Okay.
Cube?
I know he's gonna ask
Biggie or
that.
Ice Cube? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you got.
All right. For me,
We got to. Yayo started this, so hey, I'm just saying something. But I would like to
to
throw. You
me
know
it's
who I
Biggie.
like to
To me
throw
it's
in there?
Biggie, but Cube
Okay.
impact cannot be overlooked in no shape or form or fashion. Now, to me, it's Biggie. The problem with saying Biggie, and God rest his soul, is he wasn't able to deliver as much as Cube did. So now it's kind of like do we get are we giving them extra points because the two albums of him living was so incredible, and the storytelling on those albums was so incredible? Are we giving him more points? Because he tragically passed away. That's always in the back of my head when I hear that type of
Right.
talk. But for me, like I'm not gonna lie to myself. Like if
I don't think
I
we.
I
I don't
I
think we give
I,
them
I
no point.
related to the Biggie shit. I related to the Biggie shit, but and I know enough for Cube to have that type of talk. But damn, that shit is. It's always gonna be. That's what Versus was dope.
I
That's
don't
why I keep
feel.
breaking.
I don't
Yo,
feel we. Go ahead.
no, you said it, bro. You said it, bro. Go ahead.
I don't feel that we taking anything from them. I don't feel that we taking nothing from them because I feel Biggie just had more hits. That's all. Ice Cube had those albums that we like, but it was like a few songs, one or two songs or three songs. That's it. Biggie had a whole album that we liked, song from song that we didn't have
I
to
I
skip.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why this is a bigger argument than people are giving it credit to be, and this is why people feel that way. Ice Cube's rapping style, story rapping style.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you listen to NWA records,
All
it
of it.
sound like from bar 1 to bar 16, he's painting a picture.
He is.
So see why people would say that, like 1,000%, because he has a storytelling style. But the stories themselves that resonated with me more with the Biggie joints, and maybe that's my coastal bias. Maybe that's what I was, that's what was, I was, obviously outside, and that's what was for me. But as a historian, as somebody who loved the game for what it is and shit like that, that's why I can see it's an argument. You know what I mean? And you're right, Sue. You're not slighting him by saying it's Biggie. You're not slighting Q, at all. Like, you know what I mean? Because tomorrow it could
Nah,
be Q. You know what I'm
because it's two
saying?
more
Real
people.
shit.
It's two. It could be four people. We don't got to do two. It could be
Now I'm
four
saying,
people because we're
number one,
forgetting about Bismarcky. We're forgetting about Bismarck, and we're forgetting about Slick Rick. So
Yeah,
look at that.
yeah.
That's four
I think I
joints.
think I
yeah,
think Slick Rick. I
Four
think
people.
Slick Rick is probably the name that those artists would say
of
is the best
course.
storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
And,
so.
and 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 you gotta think of that time period. Slick, he had that sold up. It's still to this day. You know what I mean? But to for the argument for the big and Cube, we are biased. You know what I'm saying? I've been at parties with Big and the same element. So we felt the energy of it. So we automatically gonna take that side. Now, if you lived on the West Coast and you live with Ice Cube, it's gonna be with the Cube. And it ain't no knock to Cube. I ain't gonna lie. Cube shit is like, if you when you listen to him, he gave you what LA is before you even went and visited LA. So
Mm-hmm.
we can't sit here and say that, yo,
Yeah, he
son
did.
ain't he. We can't sit here and say that, yo, he gave you in a movie format too.
Nah, he
So
was
he gave you
painting
the
pictures,
main
bro.
pictures and perspective wise. You know what I mean? When you look at these movies and everything, come on, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
give Cube a little bit more credit. We know Big was
Yeah,
big, but at the same
yeah.
time, Cube is Cube. God damn it! Like
Mm-hmm.
man is powerful, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
Nah, for
mean?
sure.
And,
For
So it's
and,
a
sure.
tie.
and,
It's a tie for me. It's a tie.
yeah,
it's a it's a
yeah. I'm
tie.
on. Look. If I was on Drink Champs, I would take a
Because
drink to
what he
that. Like,
just said,
you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
what he
right.
just said, what he just said, yeah, yeah, yeah. But what
I'm
about
giving it
Bismarcky?
to both of them.
I mean, yo, the four you named, that's probably the Rushmore right there. Biz Marquis, Slick Rick, Cube, and Big. That's probably the Rushmore right there. The Mount Rushmore of storytellers right there. That's probably them. Like I think early LL was a great storyteller. I think I just think you could always if you dive deep into the history of this shit, man, we're missing out on so many people.
Yeah, because Pac belong in there.
Pac,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like
Pac paints a
Yeah.
picture.
now I feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like how I don't put Pac in the
Right.
Rushmore. Like come on, like you know what I mean? Like it's I'm telling you, man. Like I just think that's probably why I love this shit so
When
much.
Pac
Is
did
the
Pac did
conversation
Dear
never stops.
Mama,
Man.
yo, when Pac
Brenda,
did
no.
Dear Mama,
Brenda
I
got
had
a
to call
baby,
my
man.
mother, man.
Yeah.
Brenda's
These
got
types
a
of
baby.
conversations, this is why you gotta have these type of conversations
Hey,
out
yo.
loud, like how we having them, and then
Yeah.
like 2 weeks later you gotta write down everything, and then you gotta pinpoint all the facts and shit, and then have another one like this because that's the only way you could really come with like a really good one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you ask 10 people, they're gonna have a different top 10. They're gonna have a different top everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yeah, man. Shit.
Word.
Even Pac did the joint with Scarface when he was on the cross. Like, man, he got so many
Scarface.
joints. Yeah, there
Scarface.
you go.
How do we not say Scarface? Like, come on, fam.
Right.
Like, oh my God. Like,
Damn. Yeah,
I
you're
listen.
right.
I listen end up being trash after we
Scarface
have
is
this conversation long enough. You know what I mean? Real
And you
rap.
know what? You know who would be a dope battle? Scarface and Styles P.
If you could bridge the eras, that would be good.
That would be crazy.
Because I think so. With the verses, though, they try to stay to the same era, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what they do. So. You probably would do.
Yeah, that era
that
don't make sense.
You probably would do Scarface and Ice Cube.
That'd be dope too.
Probably would do that. Like
That's dope.
Similar era.
Yeah, that's dope.
Because to me, Scarface can't handle Styles. I don't think.
Man, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna
Ice
say that.
Cube versus Scarface. Ice Cube versus Scarface.
Them boys are serious, man. That'd be crazy.
Dope.
They got to give us one of those. They got to give us one of those older, newer type of style classes. They got to give it. They got to give us one of those so that we can see what it turns out to be. But I think with the verses they've been doing it like same era. If they still even doing this shit no more, like they need to do this shit.
No, they doing it. They about to do Puff. They're gonna do Puffy versus Jermaine Dupri.
Then Chris Brown and what's his name got to get busy since they had that little fake scuffle.
Chris Brown and Usher.
Usher.
And Usher Raymond. That's two fire ones, right? Yo, who y'all got Puff? I mean, the bias might kick in, but y'all got Puff watching Jermaine Dupri or what? What we doing?
Man,
I think Jermaine Dupri gonna have some shit. But I think Puff shit is. I think
Jermaine
matchup is.
Yeah,
Puff
he's not beating. But he ain't beating Puff.
They sleeping on JD, man. I don't know, bro. They sleeping on JD, bro.
They sleeping on him.
Yeah, they sleeping on him.
I think so.
You know what I mean? You know what? Why I say that? I only say that because I'm in the South, and I see the perspective of how they operate and how they feel about music. We so biased. We think nobody can beat us.
Right. And that's our mentality anyway. Like
our mentality.
I be stepping out there. They already good. They already know my arrogance is coming through the door.
And to experience J. Cole when he shut down everything out here and bring out Drake and all these guys. And I say, yo, man, ain't nobody from up top can do what they doing right here out here, bro. Would you say so?
J. Cole versus Kendrick. J. Cole versus Kendrick.
You got to do that. You got to do Cole versus Kendrick, and then you got to do Kanye and Drake. You got to do that. That's the one. That's what you got to do.
Well, I would like to see Luda versus T.I.
They should have did that. That's the one they should have did. Like when they did Luda versus Nelly.
Luda would have tore his ass up.
Yeah, that was wrong.
T.I. should have been the one.
That was wrong.
No, I'm talking about Luda. Luda tear T.I. up, bro.
You know what? I think T.I. would have. I think T.I. would have went more around on the.
He ain't messed with Luda, bro.
See, because Nelly's catalog was top heavy. Pause. Like Nelly's catalog was crazy, smash hits. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, he didn't have enough to stay with Luda. you know. But yeah, I would
You
have
know
loved to
who else
see
we
Luda
forgot?
and T.I. Who?
You know what? Who else we forgot? Rick Ross.
He
Rick
did
and
one
Huda.
though. He went against
Yeah, he
2
did.
Yeah, he
Chainz.
versed 2 Chainz though. That
Who you want to see
wasn't
him with?
Rick Ross versus Wayne.
I would have did Wayne. Give me Wayne and Eminem. That's the one for me.
Mm.
That's the one for me.
Mm.
No, it's a tight week. Shit tight week out there. All right, my fault.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yo, I ain't going
yeah.
front.
I would like to see Buster. Who we want to see Buster go against?
He's been the one that's been trying to find a matchup. So
You know who him and
who
Eminem
you
should
got,
go
Mo?
to him and
Buster
Eminem.
and M.
They all
I'm
be
not.
rapping all fast and shit. Might as well get it over with.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Really though.
Yeah, they
I'm
both
not mad at
animated.
it.
They
And
both
they got
animated.
respect.
That's
Yeah, they
good.
got respect for
That's
each
a good
other.
one.
So like that'll cut a lot of good will come out of that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. I like that, Mo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Word. I like. Yeah, there's so many. It's incredible matchups, man, for sure.
So
do
what
we
y'all think about
redeem?
what y'all think about this new record with Nas? I'm going back to the God Esco because Jay-Z just did the shit in Brooklyn with the art, the paint on the wall, the art and all that, right?
Yeah, look, yeah, he created a
So
moment with that.
so check this out. So Nas pump faked him about putting the
That
album
was
out, but he
crazy.
didn't put it out, right? So on the day he's supposed to put the album out, Jay-Z did the bullshit with the on the wall.
I remember that.
I said, yo,
I remember them saying Nas was supposed to drop last week or something.
but he pump faked the nigga and then Jay did the bullshit. Every time he dropped, he want to put something out. Well, why Jay keep doing this, man?
that's the conspiracy, right? People would say every time Nas trying to drop, like
No, he
trying
did,
to,
but he did it.
steal
He
the
did
bait.
it too many times.
It ain't no conspiracy because he's doing it now. It's real because he's
The
back to
proof is
back.
there.
Yes.
Nigga said the proof is there. Ain't no
Yeah.
conspiracy, right?
No, ain't no
Oh
conspiracy no
man.
more. It's like, and Jay ain't dropped nothing in a minute, so come on now.
Nas been consistent like a motherfucker. Like last
Yeah.
couple years,
Yeah.
like
I would like to see Nas. I would like to see Nas versus Jay-Z.
let's do it. Fuck it. Like why not? Like run it up. Like you know what I mean? Like I think they gotta do it. Like if you're gonna continue this shit, you know, they gotta do it because they already graduated to doing, arenas and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you might as well, do the culture justice. You know what I'm saying?
How about this is a hard one. This is a funny one too. Ja Rule versus Drake.
I mean that Drake is probably the Ja Rule on steroids, right? You know what I'm saying? But I think the eras is just too different, man.
Yeah.
The eras is just too different. Like if it was me, I would have took your Luda versus T.I. That way it would have freed up Nelly to do Ja Rule. Nelly versus Ja Rule. That would have been mine.
Ja Rule would have murdered Nelly.
They would have been going. They would have gone hit for hit though. Those hits would have been. That would have been some.
But hold on, Sue. Why you say you hate you saying that, man? Listen, man, y'all gotta stop dogging Ja Rule like he ain't. I rock
Ja
with Rule, man.
Ja would have gave it to Nelly, man.
No, I think
Nelly
Ja Rule would have won that.
Rule got a dope catalog, bruh.
I think Ja Rule would have won that.
Minus the 50 beef and all of that. Like
that's what I said. Ja Rule would beat. I said Ja Rule would beat him.
I said Rule got an ill catalog.
No,
man.
I ain't doing that one. I ain't even answering.
But
I think
but once you did the verses, I kind of don't want to see you no more. Like once you did it,
I feel like that too.
I kind of don't want to see you in it no more. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see some new matchups.
Jada did it twice.
Jada did it twice. No more.
But it's like, we want to see some new people too, some other.
And then you held it down for the town. You ran it up because I think everybody, unanimously say he ran through the Fab matchup, and then the Locks they won the Dipset matchup. So
Fab lost that.
you go out on top, man.
Yeah. But if anything, man, if they do something, man, they need to bring some R&B up in there. They might as well get like Joe Thomas and Tank or something like that. Let them niggas get at it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you got to
Keep
throw
it
R&B
smooth.
in
Let's
there.
smooth it on out. You know what I mean? All this hardcore. Let's smooth it out.
Yo, R&B. Give me Donnell Jones versus Music Soul Child. Let's run it.
R&B is dead, man.
Let's run it. I'm fucking with that.
I'm with that.
Donnell Jones versus Music Soul Child, man. Let's run that. Those are two
Which
of my
one you
favorites.
said?
But Music Soul Child, look, when Music was up there, his voice is cracking a little bit. Anthony, what's he at? What's his name? Anthony Thomas. I forget his name, man.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
He killed him.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know I'm messing his name up, man. I'm messing his damn name up. But he
How
put
about
that work in.
Drew Hill versus Jagged Edge?
Jagged Edge did one. They did
You heard me?
Yeah, he did.
They went up against. They did one though.
Oh.
112.
Yep.
112. Yeah.
Oh,
You talking about Anthony Hamilton, Mo?
Anthony Hamilton. That's right.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yep. I know it. Word.
That was dope.
Yeah. I want to see those types.
Why can't we get Boys the Men versus New Edition? You heard me? Boys the Men versus New Edition.
They gonna New Edition too dope. Niggas is boring, my nigga. They go nigga, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, it's gonna be looking like it's gonna be looking like church versus the club out there, man. Facts. Nah, I feel you on that. I feel you. They gonna be dancing all over them.
Hey, they gonna smoke them.
Most niggas boring, man.
With you on that.
They gonna be boring, my nigga. Look. Hey, Sue, the DJ game right now, because we got the new technology with the Serato, right, with the acapellas and all that. Everybody's doing remixes. They ain't doing that to you. I can't play that in the club. They're gonna be like, "Come on, bro, you serious?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you playing Boys the Men. I don't want to dampen the mood, but you playing Boys the Men at funerals and shit, man. You ain't playing that shit at the parties.
Night.
You know what I mean? Really though. I'm just keeping it real. They legends, but like
I got two more hard ones.
What you got, bro?
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
Foxy versus Kim.
They might as well. Let's go.
Yeah. I like it.
Who y'all got?
I like Fox.
So my personal rap preference,
cricket.
I like Foxy.
I like Fox.
Personal rap preference, I like Foxy. But I think Kim is coming with smashes. Like, oh man.
So it's Foxy.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. I might edge Kim. I don't know.
I like Fox. I'm gonna tell you why Fox, because we didn't hear Fox in so long, and we haven't seen her. They gonna be down like, oh my God, Fox out here doing her. You know what I mean? And she got that record with Nori that she went in on.
Yeah, they gotta make that happen for the culture.
Bang bang.
What was
bang?
What was the other one you had, Sue?
Top 5 hype men.
Flav, nigga.
Yeah. Flav.
Yep.
What's the one Busta got?
Spliff.
Yeah, gotta say Spliff Star.
What's the one Tretch got?
Oh, you gonna say Vinny?
Nah, Vinny was part of the crew.
Vinny ain't no hype man, guy. Don't do that to Vinny, man.
Part of the crew, Sue. Come on, man. Stop that.
And Vinny family too. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah. Vim Rock was part of the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vinny. I'm sorry, man. Salute to you.
Don't fit rock
Tretch is
shit,
my
man.
boy, man. Tretch is lyrical. We always leave
Because you
Tretch
think
out
so
of
high
shit.
of Tretch.
Tretch is lyrical.
Right.
You,
Like
you,
that's
you,
why you said it like that. Because
that
you think so high of Tretch.
that's
Right.
how lyrical he is. Yeah. Hmm.
Like Tretch deserved to be in a lot of these conversations, man.
Oh man,
For real.
that's
For
top
real.
10.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but you said hype man. Let me see if I can think of one for you. Yo, I got a one out the box. Out the box.
Who that?
Really a hype man,
Who?
but he fit the category. DJ Khaled.
Who?
That's
DJ Khaled?
Yes. I think he fits. I think he's the evolution of the hype man. Like I think he's the evolution. That's my opinion. But you know, he ain't the traditional.
I mean,
He
if
not the traditional.
you look at it, and it's the way you're looking at it for a record that's coming out or whoever, he definitely gonna hype it up and do what he do. So I guess, in a sense, yeah.
Yeah. He's the evolution.
Okay.
He's to me, he's the
Then
evolution
number
of what those
5.
guys.
Would you say so?
Okay. So I said Yayo. I said Flavor Flav, Yayo. I said, what's the other one?
Split Star.
You said don't say Vinny. So we said somebody else.
Split Star.
Split Star.
Mm-hmm.
You said who you said D? D, who you said?
I said Khaled.
D? Khaled. And then the fifth one gotta be Swiss.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? Like that's not a traditional hype man.
Swiss Beats.
But you get where I'm going with it. Like he get this shit hype. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I was looking at it like that. Like he's the evolution. Like him and Khaled are the evolution of what the traditional hype mans were. Word.
There you got a point,
Word.
Dave. Definitely got a point.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not bad. You know, I think if we went
anyway,
you know, a little further, I think we could figure out some other hype men that pretty much impact this shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Sue over there stuck. I think his camera's stuck.
You bro, Sue, you good?
But who me?
There you go. You back.
Nigga did the
Oh shit.
Yeah, yo.
You
good, man. Nah, we good.
Yeah, so like I said, we was this is the Unsung Heroes, DJ Moschino, DJ Superior, and our special guest, Ready Rock D from the mighty group Rowdy City.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to everybody out there. And
salute to the Wreck Mob. Salute to the Wreck Mob, man.
You know, we have no problems with nobody. We just giving, you know, DJs have our opinion too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Salute to the Wreck Mob. Salute to mRect. You know what I'm saying? He handling business, doing something else. So we in the building. Big shout out to everybody out there. You can leave your comments and stuff. How can they follow you? Ready Rock?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, definitely want to salute the guys.
How can they follow you?
DJ Superior, DJ Moschino, Wreck Mob, man. I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the conversation. You know, hip hop is in a beautiful place right now, and I'm just happy to be, you know, playing my little part in it. You know what I mean? If you want to keep up with everything I got going on, you on that social media, Instagram at Ready Rock D, spelled just like the way it is on the screen. You can look me up on YouTube. Same way at Ready Rock D. If you're running it up on Spotify or Apple Music, same way. I keep everything simple. If you want to support shit from me directly, want to see what the experience I provide at shows, you want to see my shit live in concert, you want to get some merch, you want to just be a part of my journey and how I'm growing on this shit independently, ReadyRockD.com is the place where you can tap in with me directly. I'm creating a user-friendly experience that is pretty much, you know, fan driven, you know, me to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not succumbing to any of the fucking algorithms or any of the internet bullshit. I'm actually working my platform directly. You know what I mean? So if you want to tap in with some real independent shit and see how I'm growing shit from grassroots, tap in with me at readyrockd.com, man. And just want to shout out hip hop and peace and blessings to everybody out there that's pushing the culture forward.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, D. So, what's the next project you got? Because I seen you out there. You was performing, and y'all had
We salute you.
live. Y'all had live. You had live instrumentation. I said,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
that right there. I was hoping you do a whole album with that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we got some dope plans in the works, man. Like I'm definitely looking to get, just separate myself and be a little bit more creative. So that
Mhm.
live element is something that I will be adding into the experience.
Okay.
I will be doing one-off type shows that highlight that experience. I got one coming up in Italy, in Milan, in October, and we'll be incorporating the acoustics and all that stuff. So I'm excited to bring that. In terms of my projects, 2023 was a year where I wanted to experiment with a lot of singles. I wanted to get a lot of one pieces out to see which fans, see if the fans would gravitate towards which singles. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to be packaging up those the best singles along with some unreleased material. So you will get a full length body of work from me in 2023. And I'm starting this campaign called Just the Members. Just the Members is think of it as Nipsey Hussle mixed with Ryan Leslie, mixed with with Tech Nine and Russell and Russ are doing right now with the independent movement. I'm kind of taking a lot of influence and a lot of ideas and making them my own. And I'm doing hand to hand. I'm going straight to my consumer.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna like what I bring, man. So it's called Just the Members. We're gonna create a project out of that. It's gonna be exclusive to my website. I want to know who's supporting me directly, and obviously we'll give the streaming platforms and everything that that comes along with that. Enough music there too. But I want to do something special for people who really rock with me, and I want to kind of disrupt the current industry model. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
that's right.
look out for that, man. And I'm excited to do it. I'm doing it independently. I fund my own shit, so nobody can tell me what to do and how to do it. And I'm just happy to be running it up that way.
Y'all heard what he said, ladies and gents. Salute to my man, Ready Rock D. Follow him on all social media platforms. You can follow me at DJ Moschino on all social media platforms. DJ Superior, how can they follow you and find you, brother? So Superior. Oh, he's stuck.
I
You
think
can
you got a
follow me
delay.
at the real DJ Superior MHE, or you could MHE CEO,
That's right, mama.
or you could just call me. My number's on the back of the water bottle. Superior Natural Spring Water event. 914 914 505 5169. Superior Natural Spring Water.
Salute.
So we out of here.
Word.
Till next time, we got
Yeah, man.
Genovese
Salute,
coming
man.
up next. We're going to do all right. Salute.
Salute.
Salute, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
Right now, you are tuned in to mrecktv. What up? You know who it is. SP the Ghost, LOXD Block. And right now, you're checking out Unsung Heroes. Yeah, you want to see the dopest interviews, dopest artists, ill content. You know what it is. Unsung Heroes.
mrecktv.